What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Amazing Dads podcast. As you can see, I still don't have my apparel in yet, but it's all good. Mickey came to party, um, but it should be in sometime this week. So I make sure to show the product when it gets in. I'm excited for it, and like I say, I can't wait. On today's episode, I pretty much want to talk about how powerful it is for us as men to seek out our own sense of therapy. Now, it's not always about having a professional to talk to, or doing a little test online and be like, hey, you should go see this for this purpose or whatnot. But it's more about what is that you're doing for yourself to give yourself that sense of purpose. And that's pretty much what I want to focus on today. So for me, for example, I'm a stay-at-home parent, and I usually am responsible for, I'll take the kids to school, pick them up from school. Um, I'll cook dinner, breakfast, whatever needs to be cooked. Most of the time, I will do my best to keeping the house clean because by the time the kids get back home from school, it's trashed up again. Um, cut grass, uh, clean out the cars whenever I can, um, wash clothes. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the only one that's doing it. My wife also helps out with all those things as well. But that's just our dynamic with how we do things. Um, but as far as like, even if I were to work, and those responsibilities still don't go away, and I know for men out there, they have a lot of things on their plate. They're getting tugged around in all different areas of what they got to do with family, work, friends, children, uh, whatever else that may come up. How is it that the men are coping with being able to stay in the right mental space in order to do these things and make all these decisions? So, what's your therapy? So so for me, for example, my type of therapy is just that I like to get out and be active. So what I usually do is I will, on a day like this, well, if it's not over 95 degrees outside, I don't have no issue just running out, going outside and go for a run, go for a walk, and just do a little, light workout. Well, I got some dumbbells here at the house. I got some push-up bars. Well, just do a whole little 30-minute workout. Um, and just it helps me clear my head about whatever stress that you may have going on in your head because your mind is going so fast that you can't really process anything, and you don't have a time to sit down just to take a deep breath and be like, okay, this is what I have going on, what to tackle at this point. So another thing I also like to do is like to go to the gym. I play ball. um, but the times that I go to the gym and nobody else is there, so I will pretty much have the whole gym to myself, where I just go out, do a little workout. For me, it's just getting out and just playing. I'm not trying to go out there just to be like I'm trying to reclaim my calling to trying to try out for an NBA team. No, nothing like that. It's more like I just want to come out there. I just want to play and have fun at this point. Now, does it get competitive? Of course it does. It's basketball. What you expect? So I mean, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do my best to try and win the game, but at the same time, I'm gonna have fun doing it. I know some people will take it seriously, but whenever I'm playing, I hardly ever take it too serious to the point where I'm yelling, I'm barking at people, talk trash or whatnot. But that's just my way of, my own type of therapy what I like to do. And also, I have a couple friends that still live around here, so I'll hit them up like, "Hey, what you doing?" It's like, "All right, I'm gonna come through for a little bit, hang out," and then the guys I hang out with, we tend to stay in a lot more. We play games. We're at the age where we ain't trying to go out there and we ain't trying to do nothing crazy. We're just trying to stay in, we'll play games for a little bit, watch some TV, watch some anime, um, watch comedy shows or whatnot. We are really the most laid back type of guys you will ever know. Um, we stayed up nights just playing video games all night in college. that's the type of guys that I tend to hang out with, and you know those are good times. Still good times. Whenever we get together and do them. But that's just my way of how I'm able to cope. That's my type of therapy that I find that's helps me reset. And my wife tends to want me to do to have those times because I tend to have the kids most of the time. Really, in the last couple years since I was a stay-at-home parent after we had our kids, um, because when we first moved here, it was only two, and then it went to three. Now it's four. So she understands that it can be a lot, and I'm not saying that she doesn't have her own way of getting out and doing things. I encourage her to, just because she can't just go to work and come home and not have anything to do. I want her to, if she goes to work, cool, but then I want her to be like, if she has some girlfriends that she can go hang out with, please go hang out with your girlfriends. Because if I have some guy friends I want to go hang out with, I have that option. You have your girlfriend option, just to get away from the kids and get away from our everyday um, life responsibilities, really. And it's just it kind of helped us out that we communicate that with each other, so that I know if she's hanging out with her girls, cool, I'll be at home with the kids. By that time, I might have made myself out to the gym where I've got my reset already, so I'm good. And she's finally able to have her time with some girlfriends where she can, socialize with some other females outside of work, because going to work is not her sense of therapy from getting away from kids. She still has to deal with people at work. I want her to just to get out, hang out with her girlfriends, so she don't have to worry about work and not the kids. I'm here. I got this. Um, and vice versa. If I want to go out and hang out with some of my friends, I know that she's at home, she's good, and she's okay. No matter if I'm out with the guys and we hanging out. So all the guys out there, men, fathers, uh, any man out there, hey, find a way to be yourself and reset yourself to the person that who you are. And when you come back to your everyday life of who you are meant to be in certain situations, in certain rooms, that you're able to tackle those things in a meaningful, clear-minded manner. And it's not so much as nothing at home is going to affect your decision that you're making at work, or you bring in work problems at home and now you got this whole conflict going on, or you and your spouse are having a disagreement and now it's affecting the kids. And it's that whole overlapping thing that you want to avoid. So all the fathers out there, make sure y'all find y'all sense of purpose, and just to find some time to get away from what you have going on, just to stick to who you are, just so that you can reset yourself. I just wanted to touch on a few things as to what I'm doing to help out with my therapy, and what things that you like to do as far as hobbies go, that you like to do that helps you feel good about yourself, about that identifies, that resembles who you are. I mean, you can look at me, you can know that I'm an active person, like to get out and be active. So I like to do active things as some of my hobbies. Cool. And if you're someone that likes to draw, you go out and you go draw, clear your mind, get your head right. So when you come back, you can deal with your children's problems, or problems in the household, or work problems. You can tackle it clear mindedly. With that, I'd like to conclude this episode. Please continue to like, comment, share, subscribe, hype all the videos on my Amazing Dads podcast. I'm still working on trying to get that great content out to you, all authentic, all real, all purpose. Um, the at the end of the episodes, I'm gonna start doing card reveals for my game that I have, and I want you all to do the games with your children if they're old enough to do them. I'm not saying that like they gotta be teenagers in order to do them. I mean, you can be as young as 5, and the kids can still do them. There may be some 3 or 4 year olds that maybe can do them, but I would comfortably say 5 at least is where I think the youngest can start playing these games. Um, I'll make sure to get that apparel out to y'all as well, so y'all can see how it looks when I get them. And whenever my parents get them, because I got an order for them come in as well. Whenever they get their stuff in, they get pictures. I make sure to make sure it's okay with them. I can show y'all how their stuff look as well. So thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Peace.